What's up, everybody? It's Mimi Faust,
And this your boy Salo.
and this is the Mental Food Podcast, where we are feeding the world nutritional perspectives for the mind.
Stay tuned.
I'm grateful. Oh Lord, I'm grateful for the breath you put in my lungs, for the food you put in my mouth, for a place I can call a house. Yes, Lord, I'm grateful.
Hey, welcome. We thank y'all for coming through. This is a platform where we'll be honest, transparent, and talk about the things that, we need to do to heal. So my first question to Mimi is, what do you think something that you need to heal from?
I honestly need to heal from abandonment.
Okay.
I have abandonment issues.
Okay.
Um, Dating back from my mother,
Mhm.
being in Scientology, and the church putting me out at the age of 13. That has transpired into my teenage life, my all through my 20s, my whole life. Until right now I have abandonment issues. And it affects my relationships, my friendships. It affects everything.
Right.
So I really, really, really need to heal from that.
Right. And I feel like, you being honest about that is what we all need. And thank you for sharing that. What do you think are some things that you could do to help you take a step in that direction?
Um, First and foremost, being honest about it.
Right.
Because a lot of times we don't want to talk about things that are really painful for us.
Right. Right.
So, really being honest about what's hurting us or what we need to heal from is the first step.
Facts. Facts.
First step, number one. Number two, I would say writing it down. Write down how you're feeling. Um, Everybody says go see a therapist, and I'm an advocate for therapy.
Fact.
I'm talking true advocate for therapy, and it's a little taboo in our community. In the black community, it's taboo. Like,
Right.
I'm not crazy. I don't need to talk to
Right. Facts.
No,
Facts.
if nobody's saying you're crazy, but you need to talk to somebody.
Right. Right.
Because we all have trauma.
Right.
We all have things that we've gone through that was traumatic and that we need to heal from. So for me, until you get a therapist, write it down. Write down what's bothering you. Write down, the things that make you feel a certain way. Write down your triggers because we
Right.
all have triggers.
Right. Facts. 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 Real,
So,
real. That's facts. I mean, yeah. I think by us knowing our boundaries and the things that, like you say, trigger us, and we being aware of that and being honest. I think the first step is being honest, having some self accountability.
yes.
Because I think with the world being in such a likable place in terms of people just want to get likes and clicks and just want to be accepted. We just see the highlights in people's life. We don't see the lowlights. And I feel like that's what makes us all human. We can see the whole spectrum of everything. So by you sharing that with the world, I hope y'all can really get something from that. And I'm happy you shared that with us.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you,
Okay.
what is something you need to heal from?
Okay. Wow. Me, like most men, we have egos, right? And a lot of time we walk around. I'm gonna give you an example, right?
Okay.
Um, as little boys, I think most men can relate to this. When you fall off your bike, they say, "Get up, you all right?" You brush off your knee, you okay? But I think that actually is kind of like reverse because it teaches us to put a wall up and not actually say how we feel.
Yeah.
But if our little girl fall off her bike, they like, okay, you know, you the princess,
You
So
hugging her and
exactly,
kissing them
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and catering.
Yeah, so I think a lot of
Mhm.
men haven't been, nurtured enough to be able to speak their mind. And even saying the word nurture toward a man might trigger some men, but nah, man, you ain't soft because we all human at the end of the day. So I feel like some things that I need to heal from is actually just being honest with myself first
Yeah.
and, you know, accepting the fact that, I lost my mom. I lost my mom 4 years ago. And thank you so much for that. And I ran from the pain, be it, doing other things. And I think being honest with myself and understanding what I need to do to move forward is the most important part. And that's healing, is being honest with yourself, going to the gym, um, reading things.
Question:
Hmm.
Why was losing your mom so? Um, why did it affect you? Because was she like your only parent growing up? Was she like, what did your mom mean to you?
Yeah, that was my baby. That was my only parent. Like my father died. My mom was 6 months pregnant. He was in the military.
So you never knew your
Never
dad.
saw my dad. They was like high school sweethearts, you know. Yeah, man, and he literally joined the army to go make a better life for my family. 6 months in, you know, my mom was pregnant, you know, and he died. She got the news that he died, and that gap was always something that I knew I needed to pay attention to. So for me, that's what I wanted to address in terms of healing, because I know that, you know, put walls up in myself with my relationships, like you say, and
Yeah.
be it, you know, whether they with a female or with my homeboy or my cousin, you're not, you know, as open to doing certain things because you got that level of pain. So I think by me being honest with myself and knowing that, you know, people leave, people go, but having an outlet to talk to people about it is the most important part. You can't hold it in.
Right.
I think we all hold it in, and that's when the pain comes. So to heal from that is to just be honest with you, indulge in the things that he would want you to do. So I asked questions to his friends, you know, to some of my aunties, some of my cousins, and found out who he was by, you know, even not being around him. So I feel like me having an understanding of what he stood for helps me understand who I am, and that helps me with my healing. Yeah.
And let me add to that.
Okay.
I have known you for about a year and a half, and you happen to be one of the most amazing humans that I have run across in my lifetime.
Thank you so much.
Just, you're an amazing human being.
Appreciate that.
So,
Likewise.
I just wanted to give that to you.
I appreciate that, man, and you are as well, because I mean, you inspire so many people. You inspire me by being strong, being a single mom, and raising a daughter that's very respectable, super smart,
Yeah.
and that's a reflection of you. So a lot of times when we go through our pain, we can invest in other people, and we can see the results from other people. And I think we all need to do that. Social media has put up this facade like everybody okay, we straight. And I know y'all see this. So if you got something you need to say to somebody, go talk to somebody, man. It's okay. I'm literally in the process of now trying to get my brother to go talk to somebody, because he is hard as the juggernaut. I love him to death, but I told him, I'm like, man, you only gonna hurt yourself by not being honest. That self accountability comes first, to actually know when you're hurting.
Yeah.
And from there, that's when the healing starts, you know. So that's what this podcast is about: us being open, honest, transparent, and giving people a platform to tell their story, man. And hopefully we can help y'all heal, but with giving new, different perspectives for actually trying to get to where you're trying to go to.
That part.
Yeah. So what do you feel like this is gonna do for people in the world, this podcast?
If they take heed to it, I feel like it'll help. It'll help in tremendous ways. It's people that didn't know how to get help or know where to get help can figure out how to do that.
Right.
And we will, you know, at the end of the podcast, provide some platforms where you can get help. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that for you guys out there, everybody that's listening and watching.
Right.
But to see a different perspective.
Right. Facts.
Period.
Facts.
Just see a different way to do things.
Right.
So I think that's a major way to help someone, because I'm gonna be honest with you. All growing up, all my life, I never knew where to get help. I was on my own. I didn't know how to go about getting help, even if I wanted it.
Right.
I was turning to my friends, my peers.
Right.
They just as fucked up as I was.
Right.
So it was like it was the blind leading the blind.
Right.
So you have to speak with somebody that knows more than you know, that can point you in the right direction to get the help that you need to get.
Right.
So hopefully this will be that platform.
And I love that. I love the way she said that, because a lot of us need that encouragement to say, you know what, it's okay to go talk to somebody.
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell y'all, man, ain't nobody out here perfect. And, you know, not to get too spiritual, but it said as in scripture, ain't nobody perfect. You know, we all allowed to make mistakes. We all allowed to grow. And that's what this platform is for, man. So hopefully we can see one of y'all on here.
Yes.
You know, come on here. We're going to have people sitting right here sharing their story, you know. And we're going to begin y'all nutritional perspectives for the mind. So stay tuned. This is episode 1. Plenty more to come. Aye.